Hello, this is Ian, Somerset News Network. Got me mic set up on the other side now. Beauty is now I can swing it out, put it against the wall, and then I can work on my desk here. Oh, I couldn't reach round and tie the fittings on. So, daughter number one did it this morning. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Vanessa. Right. Starmer booed. Run the titles and then I'll tell you the story. Right. Right. Let's start my story. Hello, this is Ian, the Somerset News Network. Last night we're watching McMaster on YouTube on the smart TV, and he's moaning about EVs and the government being able to switch them off. And then another video we watched, he was moaning that he was going to have to pay 3 pence a mile. And he does trips to Europe. Goes across on the ferry or on the train across the Channel Tunnel. And he drives down to France and Spain. And then comes back. And he's saying that they got to pay the mileage because it'll be done when he has a MOT, they'll take the mileage and then charge him 30 pence a mile. So he's all up in arms, and I mean, they were giving it free and now they're not. So we want something else to watch now. So we had a look at the telly, see what's on the telly, and there was Royal Variety Performance. So we switched onto that and watched it for a bit. And then Dead Ringers came on. Now, I used to listen to Dead Ringers in the car on the way home from work. It must have been on about 5:30, 6:30, something like that in the evening. And they would play different characters. And Jug Cole was one of the impressionists. Got to get the words right, you see. And what I distinctly remember is he used to do Doctor Who, Tom Baker as Doctor Who. And he rang up a holiday agent. And he's talking to him as Doctor Who that he wants a trip to Gallifrey. And the girl is playing along with him. It was absolutely brilliant. He wanted to take a vacation to Gallifrey. And he used to ring up as Doctor Who and do all sorts of things. And they were absolutely hilarious. Anyway, the Dead Ringers are on stage at the Royal Variety Performance. In the audience are faces that you know. The guy that played Jesus, I can't remember his name. My brain's gone. Robert Powell. He also played in The Detectives next to Jasper Carrot. That was a brilliant comedy programme. But he played Jesus. That's what he was best known for. And he's in the audience. Now, I don't know if he booed or not, but the camera went on him. And there was other celebrities as well in the audience that they picked out. William and Kate were there. They didn't show them booing or not. They would have had to get quiet. But Starmer was booed. They did an impression, one of them, of Starmer. Everybody knew it was Starmer. And they booed. Like a pantomime villain. They booed Starmer. And what he was saying, they got the joke and they laughed and clapped along with it. They did not like Starmer one little bit. Now, these lovies normally vote Labour. These lovies are left wing. And if they hate Starmer, like the rest of us do, what's going to happen at the next election? Starmer hadn't got a chance. Labour are finished. And just a couple of seconds, I don't think it was a minute, the audience totally booed him. Starmer should be shaking in his boots. Talk about embarrassing. He was really booed. You know, he's like a pantomime villain. When pantomime villain used to come on stage, everybody used to go, boo, boo, hiss, boo. Yeah. Starmer is now the pantomime villain of this country. Look what other countries think of us. You know, it's made us a laughing stock. Trump knows it. That's why Trump's cancelled the trade deal with Starmer. I told you in the last video, we now have to pay more money for drugs. You can't make this stuff up. I think if you go into a pantomime this year, I think there's going to be some cracking Starmer jokes being told. I can think of a few myself, but I won't do it here. Anyway, I can't play the clip because I'm worried about copyright. I played some tunes. Now, under British law, you can review a piece of music, and you can review up to a minute of the music under copyright review. Doesn't work with YouTube. If you pay a little bit, I don't know, a chorus or the first bit of the song so you know what it is. You know, I'm playing about 8 bars, that's all. Less than half a minute. And YouTube got me on a copyright strike again. Where under English law it works. I was going to do music reviews. And I did one video on my local pop star, Adge Cutler and the Wurzels. That was all right. They liked that. I got the okay for that. So I didn't get a copyright strike. I did Steve Lee, the Australian folk singer, that did I Like Guns. And I didn't get a copy strike for that. I didn't know until I met him in Liverpool. And we were sat down in a restaurant and we were talking. And I said, phone me. So Pat went on her phone and phoned her. And I got I Like Guns coming out. His face. Anyway, he then told me that, oh yeah, you and a guy in America called Clock 45 on YouTube, you two are the only two that got permission for the copyright. How about that then? I felt good about that. Anyway, back to Starmer. Story told. I don't like copyright, so that's why I'm not going to play the clip, because I don't want to get another copyright strike. If you want to see it, it's on highlights of, and other YouTube channels have done it. Starmer was booed like a pantomime villain. Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself, but that's what it is. Everybody hates Starmer. I mean, really hates him. I dislike the guy. I wouldn't say I absolutely hate him. I don't like the guy. Don't think he's doing a very good job. Think he's running this country in the ground, and it's not for us. He's working for somebody else. And I want to know who else he's working with. Is it BlackRock? Because we know BlackRock went to number 10 and we never heard anything. Normally, when a minister meets foreign dignitaries, he reports back to the House of Commons. Starmer met BlackRock in number 10 and never reported to the House of Commons. I remember an MP went abroad somewhere, I can't remember where it was, and then came back, nothing happened. I wrote to the Speaker and my MP, and I said, I think that the minister should come to the House and explain what he did. Other people must have agreed with me. Next couple of days, he was up in Parliament explaining what he did. Hardly said anything, skipped over what he really did. But Starmer should have gone to Parliament and explained what he was doing with BlackRock. Are BlackRock giving him his orders? Or is it coming from China? That's why Miliband's got all the stuff on the alleged zero carbon for the solar panels and the wind farms. Because they're all coming from China. China's making money on it. China will lobby our government. We know that certain ministers have financial interests in China. Has Starmer got financial interests in China? Has some of the freebies that Starmer has had come from China? I pose the question. I don't know the answer. Somebody should look into this and see how much influence China has on our Prime Minister. We know that an MP had a girlfriend who was Chinese, who was a Chinese spy. We know that there were civil servants who were Chinese working in the Commons, who were Chinese spies. So somebody ought to look at the link at Mad Ed Miliband, Lammy, Starmer, and Mandelson maybe. And could that be why Trump got rid of him? That's why the photographs of him and Epstein were released by the American government, leaked to remove him from America. Now think about it. Hello? Trump moves in mysterious ways. Anyway, that's it. Starmer booed. Pantomime dame, and it ain't gonna stop. Anyway, Ian, Somerset News Network signing off. Bye bye for now.